What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles, welcoming you to another edition of Lyles Movie Files. Joining me, as always, little brother Jace. Bro Shot, I hope you're doing better than my allergies are right now.
Oh, my bootleg Zyrtec is working perfectly. I only had a mild headache today. It's really good.
Yeah, this time of year is best viewed from a window.
It looks, hey, see the cherry blossoms out there look nice and pretty. And then you're like, oh, all that stuff that's going on the floor because the cherry blossoms last for 5 days. Yeah, that's going all in the pollen. Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, and I didn't see Red Hulk over there, so everything worked out all right. So that was good. That's positive.
Yeah. They got the street all cleaned up nice. It was really well done,
Excellent. Let's see who's here. Ryan Daly. I'm starring your comments. So I make sure to reference it when we do talk about Val Kilmer. It's just weird how, once you get to a certain age where it's like the people you grew up thinking are super cool action heroes or whatever are no longer here. It's like, whoa, that's weird. And when they get older, I'll get into that in a second. Jamie Parks is here. What's up, man? How we doing?
Going on?
Michael Solis, what's up, guys? What's up, man?
Yeah.
Jalen says, hey, so before I even saw the thumbnail tonight, I was thinking of suggesting a top secret watch along. Man, let's talk about how annoying the streaming setup is now. It is so annoying. It's like you might want to watch something and you think, hey, I saw this on insert your streamer of choice, and then it's gone. And it's moved over to some, hey, you're gonna have to pay to watch this one, player.
I mean, how often do you have to go through? I mean, I have Amazon. I literally watched something. It was in my queue. Watch again. And it's like, oh, pay to watch this. You mean the thing you had? Like,
yeah.
Why am I paying to watch the thing that you supposedly had? That's why I went with you as a streamer.
Right. I went with you in the first place. Apparently it's on Pluto TV, which I actually have access to on my iPad. So we could in fact watch that. So I'm gonna put that onto the queue of films to watch along here.
I was gonna say, like, we keep joking about it. Like, is next, one of those weeks soon? We probably could do it, a Wednesday night movie watch along.
All right. Well, maybe we'll tentatively schedule one for next Wednesday.
Okay.
I don't think I have anything crazy going on.
Oh, I'm sure nothing at all of any significance will happen.
Where is the wood? So now I'm going, because then it's going to go nuts. The Avengers really did teleport to another world.
It's like,
Blake Tarpley's back. What's up, Blake?
What's going on?
He was off on location last week.
Oh, we are.
Welcome back. Mark A. Hey, how's it going, Huckleberries? What's up, Mark A? Jeff, Jace, Chief, is he back? I talked to Chief earlier, so fully expecting him to show up after he finishes walking the hounds. Is it watching along Wednesday?
Walking the dogs.
We just talked him up. What up, Chief?
They were just asking. What's going on, everybody?
They were literally just asking, and I didn't even need to do a build up. It was just like, is he back? Yeah, he's back. Guess who's back?
Yeah, I'm back, man. You know what I mean? What is going on?
Blizzy is here.
Go Blizzy.
All right, let's get into this right away. There's a ton of news, but I mean, I think this just dropped. I'm pretty sure I saw it. Like, Chief is our Grim Reaper on our text thread, and I don't officially consider anyone dead until Chief post in our thread. So-and-so's gone. They gone, and yeah. So I saw it early before Chief. Now Chief was probably awake. He was on his way to work, but I was working hours into the workday, and I was like, oh man, Val Kilmer's gone. And it's weird because I had this movie, the documentary he shot based on his life and career. And I was just thinking, man, this is crazy, because sometimes when people are in terrible, bad health, I got this terrible habit from my dad where he kills people off early. And I was like, man, is Val Kilmer still alive? I was like, oh, he is still alive. And I was like, boo. And Richard Chamberlain died. I want to say weekend.
Yeah,
His birthday was like this week. He's like, that's so lame. But anyway, Val Kilmer was one of those actors. It did not matter. Now I'm kicking myself for not putting an image of Heat in the thumbnail because I was looking at these headlines and they were like Val Kilmer of Batman Forever. And like, whoa. I feel like most people who are Val Kilmer fans are not going to say Batman Forever as one of the top 10 movies to associate Val Kilmer with. I mean, he was in great movies. And not only was he in great movies, he was great in those movies where if he wasn't in it, I don't know how great the movie would have been. You think of Willow because like he's the star of Willow. Top Gun, Tom Cruise needed a jerk antagonist to push him a little bit further. And Iceman was cold, baby. He was cold. He was a prototypical 80s jerk bad guy, right down to the flat top, crew cut. I mean, Drago was taking tips from him. And so we had that. And then his role in Heat, where he was rocking that cool ponytail. Then he died. He was like, he was so cool in Heat. So cool in Heat, the Iceman and Top Gun. And of course, I mean, when I think of Val Kilmer, I think of him absolutely throttling Tombstone by the throat and going, I'm the star of this movie. May say Kurt Russell, but any of y'all who watch this know it's all about me. Fellas, what you think about old Val? And are you like me? Did Batman Forever immediately come to your mind when you started thinking about his big roles?
No, Batman Forever was not on the list. I mean, it's we want to recognize the guy for great work, and just because that was one of the roles he starred in doesn't make it a role that everybody needs to remember him. Like even just his appearance in Maverick to me was more impactful than Val Kilmer and Batman. So I thought that was kind. I mean, I understand they kind of reference and do that a lot, but it's just, hey, we respect people for the good stuff. Then we're like, if he just had a little bit in Tombstone at that role, we'd have said it doesn't matter. This is great. Him and Heat. I mean, just the playing opposite of Robert De Niro. I mean, just that was great art. That's a whole lot better than Batman Forever. But I actually I was just reading something that Danny Trejo actually wrote, like somebody was saying, oh, Val Kilmer was a diva, and then Danny Trejo's like, nah, that's incorrect. That dude just loved to do things right. That's not a diva. That's somebody who actually cared about making something good for the paying customer, which I truly appreciate. Like, especially when you have all the tributes and then somebody might hit a shot too. Like, well, there was rumors. Like, nah, cut that mess. He was a good dude. So I'm glad to see that.
What's up, Ace? Val Kilmer's Doc Holliday was incredible. I mean, Tombstone, the cast list on that film is just like, gosh, he's in it. He's in it too. Man, she's in it. This movie is like super all-star. So, I mean, there's so many great actors in that movie where it's like you just turn around. Gronk's favorite relative is in it, and Kurt Russell. And I mean, we got Powers Booth. Bye. It's like we got my main man, Michael Viana, in the movie too. And Val Kilmer is just like every scene he's in that movie, he is just like, whoa, sorry, don't care what else is going on. It's all about him. I may need to do a show where an actor who's not supposed to completely steals the film from the star, or as I like to call it, the Jennifer Hudson Awards. Gee, what do you think about Val Kilmer and all the roles he did?
Ghost in the Darkness. I didn't even think about Batman. I don't. There wasn't even nothing that came to my head. The
Good
Saint.
point. Yeah.
Tombstone is what it is. I mean, we still quote Tombstone to this day. it was probably one of the greatest westerns that from our time that has been out.
So, quick question, since you just said that, and that kind of made me immediately start whirling in my head, like, well, which ones are better? What would you say are your favorite 4 westerns? Just so we can throw it in the mix here.
Tombstone, Unforgiven,
right?
What is the Preacher? Clint Eastwood was the Preacher. And I can't think of the name of it. He went there and he was falling in love with the mother, but the mother was already married. She had a kind of like a boyfriend situation, and the daughter fell in love with him. Do you remember that movie?
It is not ringing a bell.
He was Preacher. Dude, Jaws from James Bond was in it. He was one of the tough guys in it.
Oh no, man! I wish I could immediately go. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. But
okay. Well, it's a Clint Eastwood movie, man. They're trying to mine gold, and they're trying to basically move miners off the land who have claimed the land already. Pale Rider, my man.
I know. It's like, wait, let me stop this. Let me just go to the chat. I know somebody got this covered.
And then probably if I have to go, maybe Butch Cassidy, Sundance Kid.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Now I did enjoy Young Guns. I feel like that was like more of a it was more like a rock and roll type. Like it was like fast paced rock and roll. Yeah, Pale Rider was the movie. The Good, Bad, and Ugly. I mean, there's there's some good westerns out there that you could put right up there along with it. But Tombstone is, if you're gonna have to rate them, Tombstone is my one. I just love that movie, man. And then, like I said, probably Unforgiven. Silverado was good.
Magnificent Seven.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of, not all, you know what I mean? Not all, because you can go back to John Wayne era, this, that, and the third, but, I used to watch these movies with my father, and we would sit there, and he was, he watched Westerns or whatever, and that's how I, grew to love these movies or whatever over time. So
I'm looking at this vulture list of the 50 greatest Western movies ever made, and I'm at 32 going backwards. I went from the number 1, and I've not stumbled across. I mean, I'm just like, am I gonna get to this movie here? So 39 was Blazing Saddles. That's what I would put on my list too. But I'm still not seeing Tombstone. And it's like I'm now at 44.
It must be number 1, right?
It was not. I started from gosh, this list.
Blazing Saddles was like a comedy, though, right?
Yeah, but that was a
great Western.
Yeah, I was, as in my mind, it was more of a, I guess you could throw in Three Amigos if that's the case.
Oh,
yeah. But all right.
Man, that's wild. My favorite Western doesn't even take place in the West. Copland follows the traditional Western tropes and structure. It just happens to be set in Jersey.
Copland was good. Sylvester Stallone.
What's up, Ronnie saying? Real genius. Maybe not that popular with so much. I mean, yeah, it's so true. Ryan said his illness sidelined him way too early. We were denied great late career Kilmer performances in this era of prestige television. And because you mentioned The Doors and Tombstone, this is where he would have been getting the Oscar love. And people like they did with Demi Moore. Like, oh, this is so great. He finally deserved it. It's like, yeah, because y'all suck at recognizing people with their best performances. It's like, oh, here's a make good 10, 20 years down the road.
Denzel?
It's like, huh?
Denzel?
See, it's funny you say that. My first thought was Pacino. But yes, Denzel too. They're like 1 and 2 on that example. But it's just like, so absolutely, because he would be on some TV show killing it, and people are like, "Oh man, he's so great. Why hadn't he got all these awards?"
Yeah,
Blake
says 310 to Yuma. Yes, and then Jamlin 310 to Yuma. JP, you copying me? 310 to Yuma was directed by the same guy who did Copland.
Oh,
City Slickers, Chief. There you go.
There I go.
I know you like the comedic westerns. So there you
Is
go.
that who told you that? Is that something that
You said Three Amigos.
I said no. I said if we're talking about
Blazing Saddles.
Right, then you might as well add Three Amigos. That's what I said.
Well, I do take umbrage with the fact that Blazing Saddles is in there and not Tombstone. I just feel like that is
they didn't put Tombstone in one. It wasn't on the list.
They didn't have it as one of the top 50 westerns of all time, which
Oh
kind
no,
of
then that's not a real list.
Yeah, that's your opinion's invalid if you just say. But go away.
You have an opinion. I just don't agree with it. Margate, Last Man Standing was pretty good noir western. Yeah, that's a good call. Ryan Daly, weep for the Val Kilmer season of True Detective that we'll never get. Now, who would you have paired him with? Because that would have been fun. Yeah, I mean, it's just darn shame. And then we have other actors. It's like, oh gosh, why are you still cranking out this trash? Why are you still getting work? Or maybe at this point they're ready to start taking pictures for people. Anyway, so definitely gonna miss Val Kilmer. I'm not sure which movie of his I'm gonna watch. He's one of those where I've got a ton of his movies in the collection, Blu-ray, because I don't trust the streaming networks. And so I may have to throw in Tombstone just because. Maybe I'll do Willow and just whatever, but it's keep it going. Man, there are some awful adaptations with these whole statute of limitations ending on some of these properties. I mean, this Popeye one, awful. Now that I watched it, they have an Alice in Wonderland. It's like, no, I won't even do you the dignity to click on the movie synopsis on IMDb.
The Popeye is a killer.
Yeah,
that's sort of like Pooh, Winnie the Pooh, Bud and Her Blood and Honey,
which I will never watch.
I mean, in theory, it's all right. Why not do something totally off the rocker to beloved character?
I've got an idea. I'll make the dwarves CGI.
But that makes so much perfect sense for us. Why not spend a whole lot of money when we can spend a whole lot less?
And make a whole lot less too.
Yeah.
So I just mentioned that. I guess it makes sense to check out the box office of one Snow White. So last weekend, care to hazard a guess as to what was number one at the box office? I feel like neither of you are going to get it.
The Brutalist.
No. Nobody wants to see that movie. Nobody.
Honestly, I don't even know what's out. Let me check my Fandango before I make a educated guess here.
Somewhat. Blake, Ryan, you working on Popeye's Steamboat Willie?
That's funny. Come on, Skip. Gosh, dang.
Popeye and Steamboat Willie worked the Mississippi River. Come on.
No.
Last week, so
I feel like it's going to tell you when you look at that.
It's going
to take you. No, it doesn't tell you.
Yes.
Well, it hasn't. It doesn't tell me. They all kind of stink.
There we go.
Was Death of a Unicorn out last week?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Shorty pretty popular. The girl who played
Wendy
plays in that movie. Either that or Screamboat.
You said which one?
Screamboat. Is that Screamboat Willie?
Oh.
Screamboat.
Like what?
Is it Evil Mickey Mouse?
No. So Working Man, Jason Statham, doing what he does, doing Jason Statham things, won the box office first weekend with 15.5 million. No one's going to the theaters on March Madness Final Four Elite 8 weekend. Shocker. Snow White came in number 2 at 14.3 million. Hey, what is it? What is this total now, you ask? All right. Do you think it's more or less than $75 million domestically?
Less.
Chief.
With the Snow White?
Yeah.
Domestically?
Yes.
Yeah, probably less. They
Right, that was too easy. It is right now it's 70 million. And just as a reminder, opening weekend it made $42.2 million. So word of mouth must not be that great.
And it had to hit what 27
King collection.
500.
they've been torching that thing online though.
I mean, have you seen the trailer for it, Chief?
No, I haven't watched. I haven't seen anything about it. All I know is every time I say they say it stinks, and then I turn.
Hey, can you put the headphones in and watch the trailer? And we'll just watch your reaction because I feel like that'd be funny.
For this the Snow White.
Snow White. I'm gonna read the comments. Jason, I'm gonna chat while you watch this trailer.
I guess Jason, you guys all saw the trailer.
I mean, I've seen enough. Jason is following Tom Cruise, where he plays the same character in every movie. Tom must have told him not to set a collateral.
I mean, who? Is that's a better question. Who actually has a more successful career playing the same character?
So I'm starting to think Chris Pratt might be in that mix because Chris Hemsworth really does try to do different things, and Chris Evans cusses all the time to make sure you don't associate him with Captain America.
Okay, I'm talking about who your number one really is, Mark Wahlberg.
I'm sorry, you said actors. Sorry. So sorry. Sorry. Yeah, him. Ugh. It's funny because I have Mark Wahlberg movies, but his movies, he's always like the weakest part of his movies. It's like everybody else that's
Hitman the one that was just like, really?
Hitman? No, he wasn't in that one. He wasn't in Hitman.
What was the video game when he was in?
Max Payne.
Max Payne, yeah.
I wish I had more hands so I could give him more thumbs down. Jalen, I know March Madness is popular, but you might be giving it too much credit. Maybe they came out with some intriguing movies. Dude, 2025 so far has been lame at the box office.
Here's the thing. This is still kind of pandemic.
What's up, Justin? How we doing?
Because last year's movies weren't very good. I mean, it wasn't. They couldn't even put some bogus movie in the Oscar race to make everybody think that everything was good. This year, they are really hoping the summer blockbusters are going to save the day. I mean,
well, they can't because they're comic book based movies, and we know
we love them when it comes to our box office. We hate them when it comes to award season. Get it right, man.
Sorry. I don't know. I definitely wouldn't be among those people that say Denzel always plays Denzel. Matthew McConaughey, he plays Matthew McConaughey in all his roles.
All right, Denzel, you got all right. Let's you have early Denzel, then you got Training Day, then give me Inside Man,
John
Denzel.
Q.
Yeah, he's got too many. Yeah, his voice is the same, but he's playing different characters.
The only movie where he didn't play Wahlberg was. I don't know why I find him so annoying because it's just, I don't know. I mean, there are tons of people who just play themselves over and over or play the same character in every movie. I don't know why. I think it's because I don't really feel like he's a movie star. I feel like they have tried to sell us a bill of goods that he's a movie star, and enough people believe it that he's a movie star.
Well, I mean, here's the thing: is he's played. They say, "Hey, we need an everyman Boston guy. Can you do that? If not, we will write a everyman Boston character for you." See, what was it? The Union? That made no dang sense to have in a movie.
Again, you're talking about a movie, and I'm like, what was he doing in that movie? Because every movie of his, I'm like, you have to go remember his co-star in this movie was so and so. They all go, oh yeah, that was a good movie. And I'm not gonna say it because of his performance. Chief never behaves, Justin. Just wait till the summer. Fantastic Four and Soups. Hey, Chief, you finished watching the trailer now?
Look at his face.
You muted yourself.
Oh, I think it's one second.
All right, you can hear me now.
Yeah, what's your verdict?
I mean, I kind of feel the same way about it that I did before the joint. The dwarfs look stupid. It was like because it's like they combine real people with like Shrek people. But from what I could see, other than that, it looked like a classic Snow White tale. I don't I mean, first of all, Gal Gadot is beautiful. I don't understand why she wouldn't be the fairest of them all in that movie. But
speaking of, I want to say this too. I also felt like that was Snow White and the Huntsman, where they had Charlize Theron playing the witch. I'm like, Kirsten Stewart. Like, somebody needs to fix the mirror because
that's crazy.
That was one of those. Hey, if you were I mean, this is one of the few times I totally understood them when they said, "Hey, let's cast Kristen Stewart, who is our every woman, not so beautiful, exceptional, but little girls have like say she's cool, she's one of us, and she's very successful on the Twilight series, so let's bring her in. I'm sure it'll have appeal." Just did not carry over.
I don't. So why is the hate? What is the hate about as far as people? Like to me, if you don't have children, what are you doing in there?
Oh, you're talking about okay.
Right. You know what I mean? It's like when you go to like say you go to Chuck E. Cheese, you got your nephew or your kids or something like that, and then you see a person in there without children.
They like the pizza,
and then you're like, oh, and then you start wondering like, why are they in here?
You go over there and sit by my. So, who's your kid?
Right.
It's time for you to leave.
Right. So that's just an odd thing for me.
There you go.
Well, Justin, I mean, you're that type of guy. I'm just saying, like you know, some people just like, you know, for all the hate, it seems like a lot of adults are going in there hating the movie.
All right.
So I'm trying to figure out where your kids were.
Some of this is not actual. This is weird. I mean, this is something I thought like a couple weeks ago. Some of the hate of this is review bombing. It's literally because Rachel Zegler, is that her name, Jeff?
Sure.
Okay.
This movie. Come on. Cooperate.
Flat out. 1 point. Yeah, we still can't get the 1 point.
It's like 1.6 or 1.8.
It's 1.6.
Okay.
This movie can't be that bad. It can't be.
Right. It's getting review bombed because of her comments. And these aren't people who went and saw the movie. They've made it presupposed, let's review bomb it, which I still say IMDb needs to have a feature that hitting. If you want to review a movie, you have to show a movie ticket stub of the movie. Otherwise, you do not have a valid review. Like, it's just stupid. There are some movies that would probably be a whole lot better. I still say Black Lightning should not be ranked as low as it is, but people decide to review bomb and said it was a horrible show.
But what did she say?
It's a whole other can of worms.
The last show.
It's in the post show, our Patreon show. Let's see. Yeah, Vince Vaughn is Vince Vaughn in every movie. True. Ryan Reynolds does play himself. Are we talking about films? Wait.
Did he play like a killer in one movie?
What's his name?
Mixes up. Yeah. He's gotten comfortable playing Ryan Reynolds, though.
Marky Mark. He's himself in every movie.
Oh, we were railing on him while you were listening to the trailer. What other actors they mixed with CG that isn't trying to look real?
Yeah, I just I don't understand like hating on kids' movies. It's a kid movie. I remember I was dating this girl some years back.
I remember that too.
Well, yeah, if you know me, right? We went to see Paddington Bear with somebody. And I remember sitting in that joint like, oh, this is awful. You know what I mean? But
everybody loves those Paddington movies.
Yeah, the kid was, he was, I'm looking over at him. I'm like, man, what I do for the, the things I do him for. And he's over there just enjoying Paddington Bear. And I'm just like,
hey, question. What were you doing it for?
Huh? I was doing it for the enjoyment of a child to enjoy the movie. You know what I mean?
You wanted to see the spark of enjoyment from a child's eye.
Yeah, from a child's eye. Oh, man. You want some more popcorn, little man? I got you. I hope you're having a good time.
I hope your mom sees me.
But, I mean, for me, like, if it's a child's movie, it's a child's movie, man. It is what it is.
Well, when they, I mean, I'm going to blanket statement here that is not applicable.
I heard the Lincoln Park as well. You can get the. That's what I was hearing when he said that, Jamelin. Right here. Yeah. Now, Rick Cage said, have you seen the original Snow White? The evil queen is hot, and so is Evil Land and Maleficent and Goblin Queen. It's a trope. She's so fine, she's evil. See, my only problem with it is I feel like they can find some older actresses in Hollywood where they're getting older so that they can portray that fading youth where, they're still attractive, but it's clear they're on the decline. Charlize Theron, Gal Gadot, maybe not. And I feel like Kirsten Stewart, Rachel Z, okay. I mean, they have that virtuous thing going for them, but I think where they mess up is when they go for the casting of the evil queen. They need to go a little bit older in the evil queen.
All right. Would you put Selma Hayek?
That's stupid.
Exactly. I mean, like
I said older. I didn't say go for like Salma Hayek.
Again, if you want, you can't get both. I mean, if Hollywood cast them, they're going to still look good. If they don't look good, they're not in Hollywood anymore.
Here's a great one because I came up with it. But here's a suggestion. Of course, now I'm blanking on her name. Let me see because I
think Cameron Diaz would have been great. Gwyneth Paltrow, something where there's still vestiges.
Robin Wright, Connie Nielsen, both of them from Wonder Woman, they would work because you can still see it, but it's like, oh yeah, it's starting to go all the way now. Helen Mirren, a little bit too
15 years ago, Helen Mirren, man, because Helen Mirren held on to her beauty for a long time. She's, you know what I mean? Maybe 15 years ago, Helen Mirren.
Yeah, exactly. that was cheap right there. So yeah, it's just I think that's where they kind of mess up, and I feel like Hollywood's kind of phony anyway because it's like, oh, we can't hire older women, but so let's go with Gal Gadot to play the old lady. Like, get out of here.
Yeah,
Rick Cage is with you. So let's see. Let's keep this moving. Snow White is not doing well at the box office. Apparently, families don't go. Jamie was saying that maybe I'm overestimating the prowess of March Madness, the chalked up March Madness.
I'm gonna go now. Now, when it comes out on, well, I'm not gonna buy it on DVD. I'll wait till it comes out on the one of these platforms. But I'm gonna watch Snow White.
No, you're not.
It'll be on Disney Plus. So there you go.
Just like I'm gonna watch Wicked.
Man. All right. The Elite 8 games averaged 9 million viewers. That's down 10% from last year, according to Front Office Sports. March Madness ratings dip without Cinderella. So there is something to it, but 9 million at home seems like a pretty solid way to go. And I think people are still not really wanting to go to the movie theaters, especially when, hey, Den of Thieves Pantera, which I just watched, is on Netflix now. That movie just came out earlier this year. So what's the rush?
Well, there was some, I don't know what director was actually kind of saying, hey, we have to, like, I think it was the upfronts. They were saying, hey, you got to keep movies in theaters longer. It is up to you guys to actually stretch this out, because if people get so used to, I can wait you out in 90 days, they are going to. This is going to kill your business. Like, us losing DVD sales hurt actors and everybody else. You keep putting this stuff, calling it out in 2 weeks, it's screwing all of us.
I don't really care about the millionaires making,
but it's not. Again, it's the actual. Eventually, we're not going to. I mean, it's a declining proposition. Like, eventually, all of these movies are going to be in there 2 minutes, and they're going to suck, and we're never going to see them, or they're just going to be like, yeah, we're not going to be making any more movies unless it's a movie. I mean, unless it's some blockbuster movie that has to make 2 times the profit, we're not going to do it anymore.
I think the real problem is I would feel totally different if the pandemic started in 2019 and robbed me of seeing Endgame on the big screen. But since I saw that on the big screen several times, I'm like, that's the last great epic movie that needed the full on widescreen. I've got to see this in the theater as many times with as many different people as I can. I don't feel like I've gotten that movie high since then, and it was a real high. So that's unfair to other semi blockbusters. Chief and I went to see Abigail. It was a good time. But so often it's not like I've got to see this movie in the theater because home, there's no commute. I don't have to pay outrageous prices for the concession stands. It's like there's so much working against the whole movie theater model. I went to a mall. What was this? Thursday? No, Monday. Yeah, it's just Wednesday, not Thursday because I'm going into time. And it was so dead. And a few years ago, that mall had a bunch of stuff, and I just like there's nothing outside of the food court. If I had a hunkering for Sabaros, by the way, the Sabaros model is so weird now. You go in and it's like, hey, would you like to go to our fridge? We'll warm up a slice of pizzas. I feel like they're not making pizzas fast. Anyway, so it was like they just put it through the old toaster oven. I'm like, this is now burnt. What are you doing? Annie Ann's if I want a pretzel, and a GameStop, which they have GameStops all over where I can go outside and don't even have to go into the mall. So it just feels really weird. And I kind of feeling that way about movie theaters, the whole theatrical experience. Because it's like, dude, once you open that can of worms of you just wait a little bit, it'll be home. You can pay, you don't have to worry about anybody else. And Chief knows about that fun of not having somebody kicking the chair on their cell phone the whole time, just being rude, ruining the movie experience. You can just sit and chill. I don't know. That's me. Michael Solis, Black Widow, they're going to release on both at the same time, and no one will go to the movies again. It's kind of what happened. Yeah. So anyway, moving on to some other stuff in Hollywood. Let's go with this one. Jace, I know you're excited about this because we talk all the time. Star Wars is doing another Tales of. The first one, Tales of the Jedi, was awesome. It was so much fun. And I was like, this is good stuff. I really love this. Can't wait to see them do more of it. And then they gave us Tales of the Empire, which I felt was not at all what they needed to do and keep going and make it work. Because it was like, these are characters we're already focused on too much. And nobody really cares about these characters in a sense of, oh man, this is exactly what we needed to see. And I just kind of felt like it was underwhelming. So if you were to choose a sector of the Star Wars universe, if you don't know what they're doing, what would you have chosen?
I mean, because as it's being like kind of a current universe, I do think you do need like Tales of the Bounty Hunter. Like, I mean, we got Jango Fett. We got, I mean, Boss. We got plenty of bounty hunters we talked about in Clone Wars to mess around with. So that's the way to go.
Well, you are partially right. Star Wars Tales of the Underworld is coming up just in time for May the 4th, and it's going to focus on two characters, and this won't surprise you: Cad Bane and Asajj Ventress. What do you think?
Weird thing is, I like the redemption kind of arc on Asajj Ventress, especially after season 7 of Clone Wars. I think there's something to mind in there. I mean, she makes an appearance in Bad Batch that's worth. I mean, makes a little. It's probably one of the better episodes of that last season of Bad Batch. Yeah, I think she's been a cool character to me. And you said the other one was Cad Bane.
Yeah,
Cad Bane just is a cool looking character. I mean, when we all saw him in Book of Boba Fett, we were like, okay, this is about to pick up. And then it was Book of Boba Fett. But it was still cool. So you do something. What I'm really and I also admit this. I saw the trailer. I don't want to see some making humanize them. Like, make somebody just bad. Like,
that's what's gonna happen.
That's what I don't like. Disney. Everybody doesn't have to be humanized wise. Like, somebody can just be bad. Like, because there was a rumor that George Lucas was going to make some story on why Palpatine was bad. Like, I don't know. I got my book there. It says he's always been bad. He's been a bad seed since he came out of his mama. Like, no, that's what I want. I don't want something, somebody looked at him cross and then made him a bounty hunter. Like, no. He tried to make his way across the world. He's a bounty hunter. No.
Yeah. Lee Van Cleef inspired. The book Tales of the Bounty Hunter was great. Yeah. Jalen says there are like 15 to 20 years of Dark Horse comics to mine stories from. Feels like a huge oversight to me. I agree. Brian says, you mean Dave Filoni is telling more stories about characters we've already spent hundreds of hours with instead of someone new? Color me shocked. And I mean you on that too. Because I feel like I don't need any backstory. I don't need any let's peel the layers back of either character. They're good the way they were. I wanted Asajj to stay a bad guy because she was cool. And the second she started growing a little puff of hair, I was like, oh boy, I don't want villains to be redeemed. That's why they're great villains. And Asajj was a great villain. And Cad Bane, he's just cool, man. He's cool. I don't need to know, back when he was little, his daddy ran off. And that's what made him become a bounty hunter. I don't need all that. I just need him to be, I need money. I need to jack these fools up, bring a bounty in, pay me.
And I think this is I don't want to say like the Disney idea is, hey, don't deal with newer characters. If we have somebody who's available, just do a story about them. We don't want to create a situation of a Rey or somebody that they're not going to like. If we put time into them, it has to be somebody that's already had time. Like, you're not going to get
Finnick's a bounty hunter.
Huh?
Finnick is a bounty hunter. They haven't spent any time on her backstory. She would be a character they haven't mined over and over in like seasons of Clone Wars like they did Asajj.
Yeah, Finnick was she did Bad Batch.
Sure.
She did. Yeah, she did Bad Batch, Book of Boba Fett, Mandalorian. Yep. I don't just to go piggyback off Richard. I don't care why she became a bounty hunter. It's like, cool. Just be cool. Like, I didn't mean Boba Fett before you have Book of Boba Fett was a cool bad guy. It was, hey, I am a bad guy. Django's my dad. We cool. I mean, even when he did what was it in Clone Wars, where he was like, a young scrappy Boba Fett after Mason lops off his head. He's trying to make his way on the galaxy.
He didn't lop off Boba's head.
I mean, Django.
Yeah. That would have been totally different. Totally different bounty hunter.
Yeah.
All right, Rick Cage says the group outing is experiencing movie going. I've got great memories of crowd reactions of RoboCop, Star Wars, Avengers 2, and Endgame, and that's very true. But it's the every so often random movie. Like, how much hooting and hollering do you think they had at the Brutalist? Probably not. I'm sure the crowd at Barbie was really fun. Like, I'm sure that was a good movie going experience, especially if you went opening weekend.
No, Barbie. I went to Barbie. There was, for that month, it was still a good crowd. Like, if you could allow a good comedy, not an action comedy, but an action old school comedy, I think that would be worth going to the movie, because hearing other people laugh does make you laugh a little more. And then if something's real better, you're going to laugh more. And then this is the reason why they had most TV sitcoms in the 80s and 90s had laugh tracks, was, okay, you're going to laugh a little more because you hear it.
King Elector says, yes, the Dark Horse timeline is real Star Wars to me. They need to get back to real Star Wars. Make Darth Talon's short film, and the fans would go crazy.
And so would our shareholders. Because they're not going to make Darth Talon. Like, it's just not going to happen. Anybody go and do a small cursory site search on the internet. Not a chance.
Not a chance. Never going to happen.
Not a chance. You try again. Disney, not a chance.
Chief, do you remember that great time you had watching Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
No, I do not.
Yeah, so they are making a sequel of the Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio movie where even Bruce Lee made a cameo, and so too did the Manson family. It was pretty wild. And And I think the legacy of that movie is the meme where Leonardo's pointing the screen and everybody's like, yes, I get that reference or whatever. But the movie was a really long modern day Quentin Tarantino thing where it just felt like it was going on and on and on. And then the crazy final act, and DiCaprio and Brad Pitt shockingly are good in a movie. But I could have done with a lot less of that movie and felt it was just as effective. The final act was wild. But they're gonna do a sequel. And Quentin Tarantino is writing the screenplay for this one. He's not actually going to direct it himself. And there is talk that maybe Leo may show up in it. So, what do you think? Are you excited?
I never even saw the first one.
Oh, you did not. Jace, did you see it?
Nope. You know, I mean, when there was one of those, you see the trail. I'm not interested.
So I'm the only one that saw it, huh? Okay.
Yeah. How'd you like it?
It was okay. I mean, like I said, that was one where if I had watched it at home, I would have enjoyed it a lot more because there was a point where you could see where it's getting slow and I could just and then got to the next scene where it looked like it was gonna be interesting because it was just too much. Tarantino likes hearing his own voice as he writes the screenplays, and it carries over to the movies. He has no editor of any like, hey, Quentin, they would ditch this scene. Nah, keep it in. So it's just his movies always feel too long. Like his basically everything since Kill Bill Volume 1.
Kill Bill 2, you're like, do we really need to go to the scene where Esteban Vallejo? No, this whole scene can go.
Kill Bill has a better soundtrack than the first one. That's about it. Not the cosplay version. Hey Jeff, best in theater experience. You think that'd be a good episode topic? It would be. I'm kind of curious what I would say outside of Star Wars and Avengers, though. But yeah, I'll write it down. Where's Tarantino's Star Trek? Great question.
Because didn't Tarantino say he's only directing one more movie?
That's his promise to us.
Yeah. And I see how he's trying to get around that. Like, I'll write it, but I won't direct it.
What's up, Snake Eyes? How are you? Welcome to the party.
Snake Eyes.
Blake, I like Once Upon a Time. I think it was so long because it was his love letter to Hollywood where he grew up. He basically made the town into the time period where he lived there. Yeah, I mean, I feel like there was a lot of love in it. I just feel like he goes on so long and he needs somebody to just, reel him in a bit because he just, it's like he has good ideas, but he needs an editor like a lot of us do. But he really needs one because I think he has really good movies and some of his long movies are just like, come on, dude. Like Django Unchained needed an editor. Hey, maybe just limit it to 500 uses of this word as opposed to 1,500. Let's see. And then the Hateful Eight. Boy,
you love the N-word.
I wish I loved the Hateful Eight. Blake Tarver, my favorite parts after watching it a few times are the in-between parts, the drive and the montage of restaurants and lights going on in the city this summer. Blake's being serious, but it's like, it's like the stuff that has nothing to do with it. Ryan, he's already written movies he didn't direct, so they're trusting it. Right, absolutely. Okay. Rick Gage, isn't Dark Talon the evil queen? Keep your kids in bed, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's see here. Let's keep rolling on after that bit of news. Viola Davis says she wants in the MCU. There's a daughter. She's been watching these movies 5 to 6 times each. That's pretty impressive. I don't know if I've seen Iron Man 3 5 times. I don't know if I've seen it 4 times. So kudos. My hat, which I wore, is actually off to you. But what would you like to see Viola Davis do if she were to cross the line, as it was, and come over to the MCU?
Okay.
And could have maybe like a 10, 15 years younger Viola Davis been an awesome Storm?
Yeah. It has to be. I mean, I'm just trying to think. Okay. Could you use her as Moira McTaggart in X-Men?
McTaggart.
Yeah, that's not going to work. Okay. Yeah, okay. It's kind of telling
Laura McTaggart. What's going on here? Wait, you would have the keyboard warriors upset. Your name even says it.
It's like, come on. You're like, come on. If there was ever somebody, that's not the that's
probably not gonna be the way to go.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't yeah, it is. It's gotta be somebody X-Men related. It's the Sunset.
Someone X-Men related.
Huh?
Actually gotta be someone X-Men related.
Because that's the next version of the MCU that is going to be around for a number of years. Not just a cameo. So I wouldn't see Viola Davis in multiple movies because she's a really great actress. So yeah, I was fumble.
You know who she could have been cool in an MCU, not the Sony verse. She could have been a really good Madam Web. She has the gravitas to pull off that role. I mean, not anything related to Chi's favorite bedtime movie, but I think she would have been really cool in that role because she's doing this action movie. And that's where they asked her where she's doing this. Like she's defending the White House and Invaders, like her Die Hard movie. So, and then she did the Warrior King solid in that. So she can do more physical stuff than I'm trying to give her credit for. I'm just trying to figure out which character would be a good fit for her since they've done so many of the women who would kind of fit into something that she would play well. Storm's mom. Yeah. It's like, there are no black mermaids.
Okay. All right. Could you have her somebody in Wakanda?
Forever.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Maybe
Jalen's got a great suggestion. Bring Alfred Woodard back following Tony Stark. It becomes Dr. Doom. Mystique. I love this idea. This is awesome. And if it can keep Jennifer Lawrence away from that role, sign it now. And Rebecca Robinson.
They would have to give her literally a dump truck of money to come back.
They have to wake her up.
The amount of disdain in her eyes when she's in Apocalypse, like, how many scenes? Freaking out. Like, again, how many am I in contract for? 2 more movies. Yeah, no, she's not. Do not worry. Like Rebecca Ramon's like, yeah, sure, bring it in. I'm in. Sign me up.
No. Another off page, but yeah, I would love to see what they could do with her in the MCU because I feel like she's been a great, the Wall Amanda Waller, but I'm curious how she would function and flow in a cohesive movie universe. So yeah. We have her play Mariah since Alfred Woodard apparently is not. So we got that. And then let's go here. Chief, I'm not sure if you're going to be alive for this, but I am very excited about the news of Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. And we got news that it's not coming next year, but it will be arriving 2027. Just like, why? I mean, it feels like that movie was a long time ago. It's coming out June 4th, 2027.
Oh, word. I'll be sure to keep an eye out for it. Because just as you mentioned, it makes me sleepy. I want to turn off the computer and go to bed now. That bored me to death, the last one, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, man, Matt. Maybe it's just a Spider-Man thing with you.
I don't know. I mean, I like the Spider-Man movies. I just the Spider-Man, I don't know. It's kind of artsy.
Oh, okay. If that's your complaint about it, I understand why you didn't like the film. Is something happening to Chief in 2027? Stay tuned, Blake. Stay
tuned, man. Stay tuned. A lot is happening to Chief in 2027. So be prepared.
As he pulls up. There's one thing that we don't even have to wait that long to. Let's see here. Where did it go in the quotes in the comments? Because this was funny. And I definitely I meant to pull it up earlier, but then I did not. because you weren't paying. You were listening to the trailer, and I knew you weren't going to hear it. Oh, come on! I wish they had a search in the chat. That'd be great. Ugh. Of course, as I'm trying to find this.
I was saying, you have a comment thing. What do you mean?
What did you say?
Don't you have a ability to pin comments?
Yeah, if I were thinking that ahead of time, I would have done that, and I should have. That would have made more sense. Oh, here it is. Ryan says the summer box office will be huge because Chief is going to see Superman and Fantastic Four a dozen times each.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. A dozen times each. Yo, I'm flying into wherever y'all at, and I'm gonna see a movie with each one of the each one of our subscribers here who in the comments. You know what I mean? Just comment yes. And I'll be flying out to you to watch Superman and Fantastic Four.
Hang out with Chief.
We're gonna spend the whole day together, man. Enjoying these movies, eating popcorn.
You
know, man. Thank you, Blizzy. Thank you. You know what I mean?
They never see the Karate Kid. I am struggling so hard to have some iota of excitement for this one. I just finished watching Cobra Kai, yay me, and I'm just like, nah, I'm good because I can't. I don't know. I mean, I like Jackie Chan, like Ralph Macchio, the kid who's playing the next generation Karate Kid. Looks like he can pull off karate moves, and the set looks. I don't know. That's something where I felt like Cobra Kai put a really nice bow, like the kind you'd put on top of a new car, and call it a day for the Karate Kid franchise. I just don't know if I need them to revisit it and maybe potentially spoil that great ending, because it's not like Samantha's going to be there. Johnny's going to be like, all right, cool, we'll see you later. We're off to. I got really used to those characters.
It was almost weird when, as much as they had done for the Karate Kid franchise in Cobra Kai, I was almost expecting to see
a question mark.
I was expecting to see Jackie Chan make an appearance in there. It like, hey, we made it like the last season. We were gonna have Jackie Chan in there versus to create a whole new Karate Kid movie. Like, I didn't see why they chose that.
Maybe he's like Chosen's old buddy or something. I don't know. It just seems like we need a movie. No, I mean they could have put the movie on Netflix. Maybe I would have watched it. I don't know. Still got that. Probably no. Okay, Michael Solis. It's the Fantastic Four, Mr. Broom, the Human Mop, the Invisible Spill, and the Mess. I'm sorry, Fantastic Floor. I totally messed up your joke. Sorry. So, all right. There was some talk about it, but we got the official news. John Wick is back. Keanu Reeves, stunner, is coming back after the last movie made a ton of money. Each one keeps making more than the last. Eventually, it's got to stop. This trend is gonna oh, there goes a cliff. But right now, 4 movies in, that hasn't happened. We're gonna see John Wick again in Ballerina, so we're gonna see him suit up at least one more time. But now we've got confirmation he will be back for Chapter 5. And the director, the previous installments, he's back too. And let me see if I can pull up this mini press release where they were like, hey, y'all might not have known, but we're gonna do more John Wicks. All right, let's see. Let's try this one. Oh, here we go. So let me get to this point. All right, in the statement, Lionsgate chair Adam Fogelson said Keanu Chad Stastel, how do you say his name? Stalsky. That's probably it. Would not return unless they had something truly phenomenal and fresh to say with these characters in this world. We can't wait for audiences to see where the journey takes us next. Neither can I. Exploding fiery shotgun shells, top that. I dare you. I can't wait to see what you do. Maybe we'll have flaming swords. That would be awesome too. But yeah, I'm ready for whatever they do because the movies have been really good and haven't disappointed me yet. They're like the Fast and Furious, where as long as you keep making them, I'm going to go to the theater to watch these movies. What do y'all think? No comment, nothing.
Okay, Chief, you want to go first?
I mean, I feel like as long as they can make 10 Fast and Furious movies, they can make a bunch of John Wick movies. I mean, it's kind of like the same pattern repeat.
I'm not
I mean,
familiar.
John Wick is nothing but a shoot 'em up. I mean, from the moment 5 minutes into the movie till the movie ends, it's just gunplay, basically. Some dialogue thrown in there, but it's mostly gunplay. So,
Is there an issue with gunplay?
No.
Oh, okay.
What I'm saying is that I don't have an issue with Fast and Furious. I go see them, right? So
Absolutely.
I can go see John Wick shooting up a bunch of people. So I'm not mad at it. Actually, he needs to get that old boy from the Continental. I think he needs to put a bullet in that dude's head. But
exactly. Right.
So I'll be looking forward to it, man. I'll be looking forward to 5. Just the same as I look forward to all the rest of them, man. And if they keep making money, why not? I mean, hell, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? At least they're coming out in a time. At least this is somewhat a timely fashion too. Like we ain't 8 years down the line, and they're like, you know what? 5. So I'm not mad at that either. You know what I mean? So everything's if you do it in a timely fashion, I'm on board. And they figured it out. They worked the money out. Keanu Reeves probably getting 40 or 50 million plus money on the back end for these most shows now. They're doing real well. I will keep making them.
All right, just as a reminder, the first film earned 86 million. Part 2, 174.3 million. Part 3, 328.3 million. And chapter 4, 440.1 million.
Oh, the first one only earned 86 million?
But you consider it had zero budget because it was just Keanu Reeves shooting up a bunch of people. They didn't have to spend a lot of money. And let me see if I can find out what that budget
was. To this date, it's only 86 million?
It's an original property that people didn't know was going to be good. So
I figured everybody by now would have went and watched the original.
Well, I mean, it's box office.
Box office.
Not how much, it's.
That's crazy that it only made 86 million. I mean, I saw it in the theater. I don't understand that. That's wild.
Nah, so I mean, that's really good. See, we had this thing where, oh man, it didn't make 120 million. It was really solid because I'm trying to think. I think I figured out how much it actually cost. Gosh, I wish I could find this budget faster. Oh, the budget was 20 to 30 million. So they were like, whoa, we've got something here. Let's keep rolling these suckers out. And they just keep making more money. And because they've made such a profit, they'll go, whatever, you can spend 70 million on this one and 90 million on this one. We're going to see that money back. So not only are we getting John Wick Chapter 5, we're getting our second spinoff. We're getting a Kane movie. Donnie Yen is back, and he's going to be doing his thing. I'm excited about that. Donnie Yen is incredible. And Kane was a really great character in John Wick. So glad they weren't like, let's get rid of him. That was cool. Smart decision. So he's going to be headlining his own movie. And we're going to get a John Wick prequel. Huh? An animated one. We're going to get an animated John Wick
prequel. There they go.
That could be good. I mean, we could just do it like the Kill Bill Volume 1 sequence with Oren Ishii. And that could be dope. And if Keanu voices it, because his voice doesn't have to age. Whoa. So I'm down for that too. What do y'all think?
Okay, I'm gonna disagree with you guys on the whole John Wick 5 thing.
Boo you.
I think 4 wrapped it up perfectly.
Ugh.
I don't need to see a revision on 4's ending, like, oh well, he gets out of it or something. It's like, No, like that's the solid ending of the series. Like, you can do all the like prequels and kind of around the area, but 4 should wrap it up. And then, yeah, it's like you're gonna. I mean, I'm just assuming they're. I mean, I think 4 made as much as they did because people thought, oh, this is going to be the end of the series. I don't know if it's guaranteed to make more money on this next movie because it's like, oh, this is going to be Jason the 13th. Oh, they're just going to keep making these movies. It means nothing. So I'm not really super excited to see it.
So you're saying they should have stopped making Marvel movies after Endgame?
The audience sure as hell thinks so.
Spider-Man Far From Home.
Again,
Spider-Man No Way Home came up after that.
Those movies were epilogue movies. Like for all intents and purposes. Like John Wick was supposed to be in a casket. You can't say, oh well, he's not in a casket now because he's a superhuman. Like, no, he's supposed to be a regular dude in a casket, shot by the dude who said, hey, it's a life or death duel. You're not supposed to have an out. Like, Kane had I would watch the Kane movie because Kane's like, hey, I can do post John Wick 4 stuff, and that's cool. But just to do, hey, John Wick he got out of it. Like, that's lame.
Lame? Have you ever watched the action movie franchise before?
Let me say this. As much as I'm saying, am I going to see this movie? Yes. But do I want
Would you sit there and enjoy it? No.
Sit there,
but you won't enjoy anything. Just sitting there.
I mean, I'm gonna be salty. I'm gonna be salty until the first action scene, and then after that, I'm over it. I mean, I know that. I'm well aware that I am going to be salty until you show me the first trailer, and then I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm gonna go watch it. Like, I know this. You guys know that too. Come on.
You want some popcorn? Don't ask me about no damn popcorn.
You know what I'm here for.
Right. I'm here to hate.
You know. No, it's not for that, Chief.
I was going to say, like, Hallie's character was cool. Like, again, all of the funny thing is all of the characters beside, I mean, like, all of the sidekick, quote unquote, in John Wick were really cool. Like, was it who's the guy with the dog in the last one, Joe? I never gonna say his name.
Guy with his dog in the
the black guy with the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if you
they didn't have a name for him.
That's the thing. Is like that was what. This is one of the weird things. Like, the universe of the Continental is a great idea. I mean, hell, it made perfect sense until they decided to cast Mel Gibson in part of it. It's like,
and what the hell? I never watched it.
It was like, why the hell would you cast Val Gibson? I don't care what you think. You're trying to. It's over. No, it is not. He's done. Move him out of here. That was so stupid because everybody. I mean, the viewership. I mean, even if it was on Peacock, people would have probably watched it on Peacock. But when they made it, hey, it's gonna be Mel Gibson. Now I'm good.
That hurt my feelings, man. I was like, yo.
He's actually paying $60.
Continental, but now I can't watch it.
Yeah, I mean, like Ballerina, I was intrigued, and then when he showed Keanu in the trailer, man, I'm in. So I mean, to freak out.
I'm like, I'm not watching nothing with Mel Gibson.
Yeah, like
Sherlock Wick. Yeah, and Jason's paying $75 for his tickets now.
Inflation hit.
That's true. Yeah, how'd that paycheck go up too? Comedy, you have jokes. Let's see. So I did that to that. Let's see. Now I think it's time. Okay. Oop, is there another? Oh, yes. So you have to Google it.
Palpatine is evil.
He did too much.
Yeah, he's a Palpatine.
He did the most. Oh, let's see. 2 things. So Finn Jones, you might remember him, Chief. He was Iron Fist in the Netflix shows, and he was talking at a convention in Mexico recently. And he wants to be back and playing Danny Rand again. And that's not necessarily the case for everybody who's done Marvel stuff. But he's like, no, I want to be Iron Fist again. And that first season was a bit of a strain to get through. There were some good moments, not necessarily involving him, but I think it was way more about terrible writing. And they were really trying to figure out how to get a handle on the character. Then in Defenders, they kind of found some life with him. He showed up in Luke Cage in one of my favorite episodes of any of the Marvel Netflix stuff. And Luke Cage, Iron Fist season 2 was actually really entertaining and so much better than Jessica Jones season 2. And I thought it was really good and definitely had me intrigued to see more Iron Fist. So when it was like, we're not doing it anymore, I was kind of bummed out because I felt like Finn Jones took it on the chin from that first season where it was clearly not his fault. They were like, hey, play him as a hippie. And it's like, why? And we're never going to have him in costume, even though Daredevil's running around in a costume. But so he's like, I'm very aware of the critiques of the character and my role in it. My response to that is give me a chance, man. He added another word, but I'm not going to say it here. I'm here and I'm ready. I want to prove people wrong. So what do you think? Would you like to see more Finn Jones in particular coming back to play Iron Fist? We've seen Daredevil. There's a lot of rumors of Jessica Jones popping up at some point. Iron Fist, Luke Cage, we don't know about. But would you like to see them in the proper MCU, played by the same actors, Mike Coulter and Finn Jones?
Really, I think the first season was say the dude was trying to do lines and learn how to do martial arts at the same time. That was a recipe for disaster. I mean, especially from a guy who was supposed to be mostly fighting. It was and they had so many other guys around him that had to do the fighting scenes, and he took one or two. It looks kind of slow because he's learning. That was that was a mistake on their part. Like I thought Danny Rand. He was good in Game of Thrones, and I think he's a good actor. Second season proved that, improve those issues. In a third season, you tell him, hey, you are cast. If we know it's going to be a whole lot more physical, like Daredevil, you got to go all in. Like we give you 2 years. We give you 2 years to train, or 6 months, whatever, learn the moves. We're good.
Or you hire someone who can put on the Iron Fist costume and do the moves. And then we did our tight close-up shot and have him doing something.
That was a far easier idea in season 1 and 2. It was like, oh, this is a problem. Well, he doesn't need to. He's a costume vigilante. Put a dude in a costume. Like you don't need to pay. I mean, the fact that whatchamacallit, Pedro Pascal does not really play the Mandalorian anymore. It's his stunt double who's rocking around in the costume. Pedro just voices him. He takes his helmet off once or twice. He's like, I'm here, but I'm really not. Big mistake. They could have fixed it. Hopefully, after watching the Defenders and that Luke Cage episode, it's like, if you were doing a chemistry test, he and Michael Coulter bounce off each other perfectly. Like two dudes who actually are heroes for hire. Makes sense. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Don't worry about casting somebody else because the Netflix shows are good enough that they're like, I'll get through it. And so, just for Iron Fist. And I'm sure Colleen Wynn's like, I'll come back too. I got no problem with that. I'm pretty sure everybody from the original Netflix will be like, yeah, I'm good. I'm sure Simone Missick will be like, yeah, I can play, what's her name?
Yes, and I would be down for that as well.
Yeah, come on. Everybody would come out.
Everybody. But Simone Missick would be great to see back in there. So Finn also said in an interview last year, I would love to see the chemistry between me and Mike again. It was always fantastic. I think those are really interesting characters to put together. Yes. If they would bring me and Mike back to do a Heroes for Hire TV series, I think it would be the right way. Okay, the guy is going, hey, you should do this. This would work. Do that. No Luke Cage series, no Iron Fist series. Luke Cage and Iron Fist, Heroes for Hire. That way you can bring in Colleen, you can bring in Misty Knight, and whatever other random characters, maybe Moon Knight showing through for an episode, the Swordsman coming through. That could be your catch-all heroes show for all these randos you introduced in Phase 4, anchored around Danny and Luke.
Again, like you could have Shang-Chi come in there and they got to handle some issue with the 10 rings. Like, there's plenty of opportunities to do that, especially the street level characters. It's like, hey, we don't have to have a super big budget because the way Iron Fist ended, easy. The way that Luke Cage ended, come up with a little bit of story. And I mean, chances are, no, Luke Cage loses everything. Now he's got to go be a hero for hire. Like, come on, this is not impossible. I mean, I'm not going to say any Hollywood writers, like any comic book writers, say, hey, here's what I'm giving you. Here's the bucket of tools I'm giving you. Make 12 issues. No problem. I got stories. Let it go.
Issues or episodes?
Episodes. All right.
I got issues, man. All right. So let's get into this here. I was thinking about, and I was watching March Madness. I was thinking, watching Samuel Jackson. My man he didn't say no to anything. And looking at his IMDb resume, it's like, gosh, he has been in some trash stuff. He's like, listen, I'll do whatever pays. And I have to respect him because he's like, I'm not saying all this stuff I've been in is great, but they're paying, I'm acting. And it led me to think, who are some other actors who are way better than the movies they tend to appear in too often? Where it's like, I know you could do better. You know you could do better. Why are you in this foolishness? So let's do our round and around, and let's do one example. We'll just keep going till we run out. Chief, why don't you go first? Who is
the first guy you was talking about was it's good beer. Give me a Samuel Jackson.
Oh yes.
Yeah, Samuel don't turn down nothing but his collar, don't
he? Sometimes not even that.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I had him on the list, man. I guess my second one up would be Nicolas Cage.
Absolutely.
My choice. One every other movie.
An example. I don't anything he's done lately. Shoot. Just about, you know what I mean? I don't know what he's out there doing, man.
He doesn't either.
I feel like he's in financial trouble, and he needs to like the Flash movie. He let him put him in that low cut Superman outfit with the taco meat hanging out. I was like, yo, why are you on the stand with the low cut Superman outfit with your taco meat hanging out? But he was on there. I said, so yeah, that it's just I don't know. It's just Renfield. I tried
that one really. I was like, come on, Nick. You can do better. I was like, come on, man.
I was like, come on, man. Because I wanted to be good because it was a monster movie, but it wasn't.
It was not good. Yeah. All right, Jace. Who's your first one?
My first one, Mark Strong. Mark Strong, sadly, is like if you see him in the cast, you're like, he's going to put on a hell of a performance. And he's going to try and raise everybody with. He's not raising all boats, unfortunately. The movie is going to suck.
Fireworks sometimes.
Just, I mean, like even Shazam, it's like, man, Mark, you should be Lex Luthor. But you're Dr. Silva. Like, come on, man. And there's so many other sad examples of that. And it's like, you should be a leading dude, and somehow they put you into crappy. Your agent's like, I got work for you. And he's like, all right, I'll take it. So, yeah, that's my first one.
All right. Mine is John Travolta. I know John Travolta can act. I have seen him be really good, like not being carried by better supporting characters or co-stars. He can be really good. I watched this movie of his. What was this joint called again? Cash Out. And John is acting way better than this movie deserves. He is the dude is like locked in and dialed in to the point I'm like, this movie's not bad, but I could almost see this being like a TNT show that I'd watch every week because he's so charismatic. Like he is dragging this thing. He's got part of it over his shoulders and he's dragging it by the feet on the other arm. He is doing yeoman's work here. The movie's just not good. Not good enough by any means, but John is working really hard. And I'm looking through his IMDb page because it's like, what was the last good movie he was in? Because he is frequently in bad things where it's like, gosh, man, why are you in this movie? And it's just so many 4.1s, 5.8s, 5.4s. It's just he is in bad stuff, bad movies. It is just like, can we find something for this guy to do and play? Maybe he was better in Savages. The Taking of Pelham 123 was in 2009. Old Dogs, 2009. So that's been around the last time where he was in a good movie delivering a good performance. So he's high on this list for me. Staying Alive. Ryan Reynolds, who needs another garbage kids movie. John Cena didn't turn down any roles, but you can't see him though. And his WrestleMania hype role is awesome.
Hey, that movie he did with Zac Efron, Ricky Stenicki. Have you seen that?
I still haven't.
Oh, that joint is pure comedy, bro.
Did you see the Jackpot movie he did?
Huh?
Did you see the Jackpot movie he did with Aquafina?
I haven't seen that, but I did see Ricky Stenicki, and I laughed the whole gosh damn time. So,
all right. So who's your next choice? Who
mine?
Yeah, you.
Christian Bale. That Thor movie. I don't even know why you signed up for it.
It was funny. I was like, Christian Bale, where is Thor?
As soon as you said it, you're like, yeah, that'll do it.
that'll check.
Yep.
It's funny because I feel like that's part of the movie. When they had that black and white scene, I was like, oh, this is cool. And it was like, all right, back to our slapstick comedy movie.
He was in a whole different movie. Like that was the thing. They just like, hey, am I going to interact with Chris Hemsworth? No, don't worry about that. We got it.
It's okay. You're too good an actor to worry about that. Dakota Johnson.
Madam Web.
I mean, the 50 Shades of everything. And the Madam Web promotional tour. She wasn't that great in that one. Jace, who's next for you?
Actually, I'm gonna keep it in kind of in the family. Only because he was a family member of Ragnarok. I'm going Mr. Liam Hemsworth. Liam Hemsworth, because that dude, I mean, again, you had Hunger Games and Land of Bad. Really good. Unfortunately, you look at the rest of that IMDb thing, it's how many bad action movies can one person get into who's not Jason Statham?
I feel like his agent's like, hey, I'm going to tell him one of the Hemsworth brothers is interested. He gets everything his brothers turned down. It's like, okay, sure.
He said he does one. He said he can't do Max Payne, Furiosa, but we got another one. It's got one of our other favorite actors, Bruce Willis, is in it.
Now, did you mean to do that when you said Max Payne Furiosa? Because I feel like that's the kind of movie he'd be doing. Wait, don't you mean Mad Max? No,
actually,
actually not.
It was a concept, and we tried to do it. Yeah, but somehow, if there is a bad action movie, oh yeah, he's on the list.
Coming to America. Stinker. Let's see. About time for another one for me. Salma Hayek. I like Salma Hayek. And she's in bad movies. Like there was this one I could not wait for it to end. What was this thing? It was a dinner party, I think it was. No, it wasn't that movie.
Was it The Hitman's Bodyguard's Wife?
That wasn't great either. That was just obnoxious. She's in House of Gucci, which was bad. But what is this movie? It was painful. And it ended Beatrice at dinner. It is such a bad movie. They're hyping it like this is Salma's Oscar movie. I'm like, where? She was solid, but the movie was just abysmal. Really bad. And I feel like she just takes kind of random bad roles just to stay active because they're awful. And yeah, she does bad movies. And I don't know if I would say, oh, she's such a great actress, but I think she's got a certain charisma that carries her through bad films where she's like a little bit asbestos. The stench of the movies doesn't follow her, but she's in bad movies.
Again, she was in Eternals, and it was like, yes, you're the best thing in this movie. Like it's not your fault. I mean, there's some good actors in here, but it's literally just like you were like, nah, I'm good. I got gravitas. I'm good.
Jay, saw that, man. I saw it in theaters. Such an odd movie. What did you think about that ending? Because I was, oh man, because it wasn't short, and that ending just infuriated me. I was like, I can't believe I've watched this movie just for this. Grease, yes, another Travolta one, but yeah, it was boy. But Eternals, it's a bad one. Chief, what's next for you?
I'm out, man. You took everybody grabbed my guys.
That fast?
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I would have had, I would have had Sammy, I would have had Travolta. I guess I can just go off the top of my head. I mean, he's not a great actor, but I feel like he's sort of like a movie, a role whore too, and that's Kevin Hart.
That's a great one.
I think he just takes, like I said, I wouldn't put him in the great actor list, but I feel like any role or anything offered to him, he's jumping on, and
excitedly,
yeah, and like Night School, garbage.
That was bad.
You know what I mean? I didn't even see the new. It was so I didn't even see this new one that it came out with old girl off the video game movie. Wasn't that a video game that they just did?
Borderlands.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I didn't.
Yeah, no,
I'm sure it was some cut.
So the weird thing with that one, they had him playing Han Solo, where he was not the funny dude. Where it's like, why is Kevin Hart in this movie? If you're not gonna have him be Kevin Hart, because he's another one who just plays himself, why is he here? And he was mostly just playing it straight, and like, why is he here?
That's what I'm saying, man. He just, oh, it's a movie role? I'll take it. Like, bro, you don't even need to eat that bad.
I'll take it.
You're rich. I'm gonna take it anyway.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it's certain when you get to a certain level of money, then you need to sit back and be like, do I need the role? How is this gonna look? But Kevin's like, nah. That movie sounds awful. Put me in it. How much?
Yes, guys, that movie was decisions were made that should not have been. Jalen says Halle Berry. This has been her career.
That last movie she made with the boys in the forest. I went and saw that, man.
Oh yeah, that was the one. Everybody was like, "Yo, this looks like a good horror movie."
Yeah, no.
And the look of Chief's disappointment is how everybody else came out of it. It's like,
see, they lost me right away when they had stripped down Halle Berry, muddy, dirty. No, thank you. I'm so good. No, thank you. Why? No, they could have had her as a glamorous model and her two sons haunted by some. All right, I'll give it a shot. I'm like, no.
No shots should be given on this one. It was a snooze fest. I'm telling you, bro. It was very disappointing, man. Very disappointing.
Yeah, I wanted no parts of that.
And you should not get any parts, sir.
Yeah, it was like, Halle, I've got several of your movies I'll just watch instead. David Thanos, The Rock.
Yeah, he's another guy. I mean, that's probably why him and Kevin Hart are friends. Just movie whores. They'll just take any part you put in front of them. They're just like, yes. What do you think about? Don't even tell me the plot or what we're doing. Yes.
It doesn't matter what the plot is.
Right. You offering me a movie? You offering me money? Yes. No, I already know I'm 200 million in. I'm good. But what if I could have 215 million? There it is. So I'm going to take this role, and then I'm going to take 6 more this year. And then at the end of the year,
Exactly.
I'll have 330 million. Yes. So
that's the real problem.
You know, funny things. I just watched. Was it San Andreas? I'm like, it was getting a little everyman dad firefighter. I didn't watch the one where he was the. Yeah. The skyscraper. I missed that one. And Rampage.
I wouldn't say you missed.
I never. You know what, bro? I never watched Rampage, and that's what I'm saying.
Rampage is a hard sell.
At some point, man, they overload you. You get overloaded on rock. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you've had, like, I know when I'm drinking, I know I need to stop because my face starts to numb up. I'll touch my face and it'll feel like I'm like, okay, I can't feel my face. I've had my last drink.
Yeah.
But he loves it.
And I feel like that's what the rock, I'll just be like, oh no, I can't watch any more of the rock. My eyes are starting to hurt. And then for the next 6-8 months, I won't go see a rock movie at all.
Yeah, rock is actually giving you a nice repose. I mean, like a little break, you know, a little reprieve, you know. You haven't seen a rock movie in a while.
He's got a movie out, I'm sure.
Listen, Rock has 11 upcoming movies to quit.
He gave you a reprieve. The reprieve is almost over, okay?
That's the only reason why, because his jet malfunctioned.
Like, this is a lot of stuff. He's got Doc Savage in development, Jungle Cruise 2. He's gonna be in the Manning cast, so that didn't really count. Big Trouble in Little China.
They redoing Big Trouble in Little China?
Apparently, he's gonna be the Jack Burton. I can see him playing that though,
because he can. I mean, after Jumanji, he can actually. I know. I mean, like he can literally bench press the helicopter. Yeah. Carla Giamatti actually divorced him because he was too, you know. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Back when he weighed, what's the joint? When he had the stick,
walking
2x4, walking tall. Yeah. But yeah, this
I love how The Rock plays the everyman in every movie. Like the everyman is shaped 6'7", 250 pounds of bare muscle. It's not pure muscle.
I mean, the sad thing is he literally goes back to WWE and he's like, you know, you're 50 years old. Why are you bigger than most of these guys here, guy? Come on.
Got a little help, brother. Jumanji Part 8, Hobbs and Shaw 2-5. As big a fan of Fast and Furious I am, Hobbs and Shaw is garbage. It is. I've never watched it.
You never liked the scene when he was holding the helicopter from flying off? You know what I mean? I can stop a helicopter from flying off.
You know, I'm making a point. I can't get with the action movie where they're driving and it becomes morning and night in the same sequence when they're just driving down the road. And I'm like, this is dumb. Even for the Fast and Furious franchise, when I freely admit they do some wild logic be danged stuff, that one was stupid. And they wasted my guy Idris Elba, who would have been a great villain in a Fast and Furious real movie. Not that one.
Well, they were in Alaska for argument's sake, though. And Alaska has nighttime, daytime. It's seconds. It's you blink and it's pitch black, and then you blink again, it's fully daytime.
No, that would have been better. There were some vampires in it.
There was nighttime, daytime. It's 30 seconds of night.
And I saw that movie 30 Seconds of Fury. It's a quick watch.
So that was my movie.
I meant to get that back to you. How tall is The Rock? 6'7"?
Actually, The Rock is only 5'2", but the camera angle.
Oh boy, it's your Anthony Mackie.
He's on that Anthony Mackie stage again.
He's surprisingly short.
He's actually not that big either.
He's 6'4". Yeah, so he's not short. The Rock is a very good choice because he does not turn down anything, and he should, because his movies start to bleed together, and it's like, right, he's 6'4". Looked it up. But yeah, you're right. He's one I wish we're a little bit more selective of what he does. Let's see, where do I want to go with this? Should I put him in here? I'm trying to think. Should I? Is this too easy? I'll do it. I gotta put my guy in here. Eddie Murphy. Eddie can do some really good things, like Dolomite. That was good, and I just wanted him to kind of keep doing more of that stuff. You people, whew, I feel like he never looked at the script. Like he literally just went on the set. They gave him the lines. Line, give me my line, and that was it. Because he couldn't have read that. And he did Coming to America back to back with that, and oh man, abysmal. But Dolomite is my name. That was really, really
I
good.
pretend Coming to America never happened.
I do too, because it did not. It was so bad. I just
and look how long we had to wait for that garbage.
I didn't wait for it. I mean, it was like that was a perfect film. They didn't need to do a sequel because it was like, what are you going to tell us? What's going to happen? It's just like, nah, there's nothing good that can come from this, and it was not. James Thunder Early, yes, I mean, he's really good when he's like, I'm focused, I'm going to do this thing. But then there are other times it's like, ooh, what are you doing? Stop that. And he should have won that darn Oscar for Dreamgirls too. Should have been him and Jay Hud side by side clinking their Oscars. It was a ripoff because they were like, oh, it's because of Norbit. And there are other actors, Eddie Redmayne, who were in awful movies around the same time as Oscar. And they gave the Oscar to him because as terrible as Norbit was, and you could look at the trailer and tell it was awful. And Jupiter Ascending, Eddie Redmayne thinks he acts like he forgot how to act. So bad. David Thanos, in my brain, I canceled Coming to America as well. You should have. King Collector, Jack Burton is a classic character. I don't think anyone can pull that off like Kurt Russell. I feel like we can trace outside of the Fast and Furious films and Faster Rock's lack of being a great movie star to when he started losing his hair. But I think if they gave him like a nice, cool mullet for Big Trouble in Little China, the remake, that could work. I think his problem is also that he really just looks the same in every movie. He doesn't really add facial hair, no goatee added on. He's just The Rock. Here's all my tattoos in every movie. It's like, all right, dude. David Thanos, that dinner table scene with girl from Seinfeld and you people was pretty funny though. I'm trying to remember a funny scene in that movie. I'm glad you like something. The Jalen, why are you guys talking like they made a sequel to the classic comic? Great question. I wish I knew. Huh?
I said I was really wondering. Like, you guys were talking about it. I'm like, I never saw it. Like,
right. Justin, I wish my dad and I never watched Norbit 11 years ago. That movie was just, enough said. And then Pluto Nash, which is also bad. Mark A. Kevin Costner is another one who spends like every movie staring pensively out into the void. Yes. Tom Cruise wasn't bad. Michael Solis. King Collector. Yes. Eddie and Jennifer Hudson stole the show in Dreamgirls. Eddie can say, yeah, I mean, because he likes to party all the time. Blake Tarpley. We now need a Trading Places too. Not. All right, Jace, what's next for you?
My next one is going to be Delroy Lindo. Delroy Lindo, once again, this dude can act his tail off. He's the most charismatic person you're about to see on the screen. Do not worry. The problem is you started watching this movie. He's probably not coming in till 10, 15 minutes. And what you've seen at that 10 to 15 minute mark should scare you because you're like, oh gosh, this movie is going to be god awful. And as usual, it is. Then Delroy's trying to no, I'm serious. I got my craft. I'm good. But then you just keep watching like, he can't save this movie. I mean, like go on IMDb, you see those credits. It's like 5, 6.4, like 5.3.6. It's all bad. But his scenes in there will always be money. So he's the next one on my list.
All right, Chief, you thought of another one?
Not really. Do I have any more? Somebody I see a lot makes bad movies. I'm trying to think of the last bad movie I saw.
It didn't make enough money at all.
Yeah.
Didn't Rock also
Horizon didn't make enough. They were like, nah, we're good.
He did.
Was that 19? No, that was that. Yeah, that they kicked him out of that Western series.
I think he left the show so he could do his movie Horizon.
No, there was some controversy that he left behind though.
Controversy?
Yeah, it wasn't a smooth move. Remember Smooth Move, Lil T. Anyways, it was something behind that and he was like, all right, I'm leaving. And I forgot what it was exactly. That made him get up out of there.
David Thanos, Eric Roberts has one of the best line deliveries ever. What makes you think I want to hear you talk?
Yeah. That was one guy when I saw him in Expendables, I was like, yes, you guys picked the right dude to cast as your sleazy bad guy. Perfect casting. Like if you're trying to bring back 80s action movies and this is the dude you say is the bad guy,
yeah,
sign me up.
He is. All right, so my last one is Malcolm McDowell. He's a great actor, but boy, it is like searching to find the good movies, good shows that he's in. Now, I have my own bias to Doomsday by Eddie Mark. Not a good movie. And he was great in Heroes. He does all this really cool stuff, but man, you really have to look to find a good movie that he's done. This or the last decade. It's just like, dude, there's got to be something here, but it's hard to find it.
I got condo payments. What do you got?
Something. I'll do it. I mean, dude's doing voice acting. It's like, okay, man, get yours. But gosh, he's in some bad movies. Jason, you got any more?
My last we can go. My last one is going to be Al Pacino.
Yes.
Like, I cannot think of the last good Al Pacino movie. Really? I mean, he's again, Al Pacino solid, but I cannot really think of the last great Al Pacino movie I've seen since Heat. And that's just
Heat. No.
Okay, no. Insomnia. Insomnia was after that.
Did Insomnia Any Given Sunday was after that too.
Okay. Yeah.
But that's because he's almost out of money or something, right? He was going through money or something. He needed to work because of money. He's having some kind of issue.
Yeah. Al Pacino's 95 years old and got a new kid. So baby's on the way. Like,
bro.
And just when he thought he was out, they pull him back in.
Clearly. I don't even know how that is even a thing.
I just his pullout game is weak.
He's too old to get a pullout game.
Right. My back, I can't. I'm not gonna be able to. So
it's all up in it. Knox goes away. He's great in that movie. It's on Netflix now, or is it Max? One of the two. I recommend that one big time because it was really, really, really good. Michael Keaton's the star of it, but Al Pacino delivers a supporting performance. It's like, there's my guy.
Okay, that's one where Michael Keaton is losing his memory.
Yeah.
Okay, I put that in my queue. So okay.
Yeah, Cyclops is in it. So we've got the Devil, we've got Batman, Birdman, and Cyclops all in this movie.
You mean the guy Jane Grey killed in 2 seconds?
Shut up. I don't know how old he was. All right, it's that time of the week, dear friends. Who is your nominees for Dummy of the Week? Jace, by virtue of you being the last one, what's your last one? Or what's your nominee for Dummy of the Week?
Oh man, my Dummy of the Week is anybody who checked their 401k today. It's awesome.
I'm glad I didn't check mine.
Don't do it.
And shot Chief up like, oh.
The idea where you just like think about it, like, and they need to check like, so that's what was there yesterday, and that's what's here today. Am I getting that back? No.
So it's just gone, huh?
It's gone. I mean, it's just like that. My guess is you'll never see it again. It's happening. Don't start looking at the camera like, oh, maybe I shouldn't log in. Don't do it. Everyone just
don't
go
try
on a fairy tale land. Just look at your bank account. It's at least still there. But yeah, anyone who did like me, let me just see. Oh dear gosh, yeah.
Negative. It didn't go in.
Not fun.
Wait, what? Probably shouldn't do it, Jamie.
Don't do it.
My nominee is the fine folks at Lionsgate, because they're debating making this Michael Jackson biopic, into 2 movies. And on the surface, I was like, well, if any music star has enough story that it wouldn't feel like they're rushing to pack it all into a 2.5 hour movie, it's probably Mike Jackson. However, I just don't know there's enough of an audience for 2 Michael Jackson movies where people are going to pay at the theaters. I kind of feel like, yeah, might as well just put it all into one. Maybe make it 3 hours and call it a day. Shave an hour off. Maybe whiz past the Jackson 5 era, gets him off the wall, and just go from there. Because I feel like they need to tackle a bunch of stuff with him, and to avoid making it feel like, all right, here are all the highlights. They have to. I don't know. I just feel like it's probably not the right idea.
The problem with that, I mean, it's like that first part is really good, and that second half is going to have a whole lot of bumps. I don't know. I mean, and you went and say, hey, we're telling the truthful story, the real story, and it's going to be a whole lot of, dang, this is what happened to the guy? Like, unless you're in the first movie, it's the Pepsi commercial, and then say, stay tuned. Like, it's not going to be good. I mean, because you're probably going to end the first movie when he breaks his solo career, gets Thriller, and then that second movie's not going to be good.
Maybe you end it with him cradling all his Grammys after Thriller and going, man, Quincy, I don't think life can get any better than this. Boom, boom. To be continued. I don't know. Yeah. Ooh, Pepsi. All right, Chief, what you got?
He's back. He's black. He's Kanye West.
No. I must have a Kanye filter on my social media.
Have you seen him with that? Have you seen the Academics interview where he's dressed in the black Klan's hat with the pointed joint and the hood?
Sure,
and
he's
got the mask over him. And
I knew it.
Come on, man,
bro.
I must have Kanye blanked out.
Let me tell you something, man. Go watch that interview. You're like,
no clicks for them.
Nah.
I don't even know what to say about him no more, man.
He must be muted because I can't imagine missing this.
Yeah, I didn't see anything on it. I was looking for actual people. Like,
he is Anakin. You're going down a path I can't follow. He's out of his damn mind.
Yes.
And I don't even someone help him, man. Someone help him. Like this dude, man, he needs help.
Hey, Chief, instead of flying you out to go see Superman and Fantastic Four, we'll fly out to Kanye West.
I'm not going to go see him because I'm scared of him. I feel like Kanye is going to see me and start choking me. And, and people who are not in their right mind are strong. I may not be able to get them off me. You know what I mean?
That's 30 seconds, though.
Maybe not. If I need air for 30 seconds.
Time that 30 seconds just right.
I'm telling you, man. As soon as I saw him in that Klan hood, I was like, yeah. And somebody said, I didn't see it, but somebody said there was a swastika on there somewhere. So
okay, wait a minute. How does anybody let this person get out of the car? Like, if you're the driver, you're like, nope, not doing it. Like, I mean, then you have to walk up some stairs, maybe go talk to a security guard, then an elevator, then a receptionist, and nobody says, no, just no. Get out. It's not happening today. Like,
hey, man, I don't. It's nothing. I don't know, man. I feel like they let him down, man. If I was friends with somebody and I saw my friend going down a road, I don't know. It seems like I would have done more, but maybe that's a Hollywood thing.
No, I mean, there are people who've tried to help this guy, and it's just like, No, he does not. He's a grown man, and he's not going to listen to you. And then he has a bunch of enablers because this dude, but his actions, he should be alone. But the fact they have people who still book him and interview him, they're just hanging on like, yeah, whatever. Check still clears, whatever.
He's like, I'm a billionaire, not on paper, but in my head. I'm like, oh, all right.
Me too.
Yeah. Really, you know what I mean? Me too, man. I'm a trillionaire. I'm a trillionaire, man. And now tomorrow when I go to the Porsche dealership to get my 911 Turbo S, that's what I'm gonna tell him. I'll gladly pay you next week for 911 a day.
Don't need to see my bank account.
So yeah. You don't need to see the bank account.
You don't need to see your bank account.
Send the girl from the counter out here. Tell her to get in a Porsche.
You're going too far. You have gone too far. All right. Chief Jace, thank you as always for hanging with us. And also big shout out to everybody on the chat. Jamlin Parks, Snake Eyes, Senior, Sir, GL Rick Cage, Esquire, Justin Huber, the movie guy, Ryan Daly, Sexual Chocolate, David Theranos, Blake Tarpley, Michael Solis, King Collector, Mark A. Let's see.
Randy Reviews,
Michael Solis,
Ace Raider.
Yeah.
Kelly
Cox. Chilling with us as always. Snake Eyes are got already. Ronnie Sand, thank you. All right. I think that's everybody. Good job. We did our thing. Tomorrow, we're doing my thing again. Lyle's Figure Files. Big giveaway. HasLab Giant Man. Stay tuned. Make sure to see everybody who's been here. Maybe I'll give y'all a couple extra bonus points in there for our raffle for that tomorrow. And but we'll be back next week. And I think we will take up the challenge to do a movie watch along because we'll do something that's not 2.5 hours. And we'll have a little fun doing the thing. So stay tuned to what we've got coming up soon. Tomorrow, I'll be back on. We'll see you all tomorrow. But for now, this episode of Lyle's Movie Files has been filed.